Alright, so what you're about to see is a pretty good workout. This was an arms and shoulders day. And as with yesterday, there were a few recalibrations that I had to do. However, I was smart enough to do them at the outset instead of almost injuring myself during the course of finding out. So I would rate this as a pretty good day, like 7 out of 10. There were a few improvements I could make in terms of form and in terms of making sure that my reps are counted properly and all that. Yeah, we're going to start again tomorrow. Well, no, we're going to continue tomorrow because we've started a while ago. And I believe tomorrow is a Wednesday. So unless something drastic changes, it's going to be our first leg day under the new regime. Yes, it will be. Well, legs and lower back and what have you. And I'm looking forward to that. I have an early start to the day, but I have a late finish. So if I don't end up doing the full round tomorrow, you know why. But yeah, anyway, enjoy the workout you're about to see. There were several topics discussed. At the beginning of the video, I had like some nice TNA going on the television for whoever wanted to watch it. But I think it was clear enough that I might end up getting this video taken down by YouTube if they happen to do a content scan. We'll see. Playboy TNA back in the day was no joke. Really well filmed. Alright, see you tomorrow. Okay, gotta work quick today because I forgot to charge my camera battery. I've got 49%. So I'm gonna be very judicious with my time. Today we are going to be doing arms and so forth. It is a Tuesday. It is only a Tuesday, which is crazy to me. Now we're going to go through, we're going to try our 1 RMs that we did. And if I have to make any adjustments, I will. Today we've got from 1992, Playboy's Sexy Lingerie 4, which keep you entertained while I'm lifting. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come back at the end and record an outro that I'll put at the beginning of the video to tell you how I did so you get a nice little summary. Alright, let's get started. Alright, I think the goal is 3 or 4 good sets at this weight. And if I have to modify it, then so be it. I've just found that doing 5 with this high set of weights, it didn't work yesterday and I doubt it's going to work today. Alright. Oops. Alright. 1. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. Try to keep my elbows pinned. 5. Form good. 5, 6. 6, 7, 7, 8, 8. Okay. All right, well that worked. So 30 seconds, and we're going to go ahead and start with round 2. I'm going to close this door so I don't trip my neighbors out. Right. One. 2. 2. 3. 3. 4. Scratch my chin. 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8. Oh my goodness. 2 sets in, I'm starting to sweat. That is not a good sign. Or maybe it is, I don't know. We'll see what we can do. Am I gonna get in trouble with that? I don't know, I don't think so. It's usually pretty blurry, so I think we'll be okay. Okay. One. 2. 3. 4. 4. Okay. I think that's about all I can do at 35. So we did 3.5 sets at 35. I'm going to drop down to 30 for the remainder. And just keep plugging. So I still owe myself, I think, 4 on this set. So go ahead and do that. It's kind of amazing how quickly you can be humbled by a simple weight change. Like, I thought I was doing pretty good, but I guess smooth seas don't make excellent sailors. Oh, I bet you I'm going to get in trouble for that. See, I was just trying to be entertaining. And yeah, you can definitely see some titties. If I don't get hit by YouTube, I'll continue to broadcast, but I think we're going to hold off for today just to see. And if I make it, I make it. All right. Last set at 30 per side, and then we're going to move on to the curls, or the hammers rather. I wonder if there's some sort of age modifiers for 1 rep maxes. Like, I really do actually wonder that, because I can't really see how I was able to do it. Like, the math adds up, but the human doesn't. All right. Ugh. Okay. Very good. Okay, so brief break, and then we're going to go ahead and get back with the hammers. All right, and again, being respectful of your time and judicious with my resources, we're going to start our curls or hammers now. Hammer curls. I'm going to be doing 35 a side. If that doesn't work, I'm going to drop down to 30 or possibly even 25 just to maintain form. I think this is probably easier with these, as I've always had a bit of an advantage with them. 1, 2, maybe I was just feeling like shit yesterday, I don't know. 3, or sorry, this is 3. 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6. Okay. So what I'm finding is is that I have to really jerk it to get started. And I'm not really a fan of that because I'm using a bunch of momentum and energy that I shouldn't really be using. So I'm going to bring these down to 30. The reason being is I can't really get a dead start, and I don't think that's appropriate. So 30 it is. We'll see how that goes. I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to update both of these guys to 30, and I will do that for the next couple weeks until I get my new 1 rep max. Okay. Provided YouTube hasn't taken my channel for rebroadcasting Playboy material. 1. Much better. 2. 3. 4. I also get a much more complete burn. 5. 6. 7. 7. Okay. Very good. And that should have been 8, but whatever. Give me some credit, some latitude here. Okay, so 30 seems to be the ticket. Did I just misread the instructions? Was I supposed to do a calculation at 75 instead of 85? Because it seems to me that 75% of my 1 rep max, not to sound like a broken record, seems to make much more sense. I guess maybe that's it. Well, the more you know. Alright, gonna give myself another 30 seconds, grab a little bit of water, and then we're gonna finish off the sets we need to finish off with this. Okay. 1. 1. Wow, you know, I'm just looking at the river, and since yesterday it's basically completely unfrozen or thawed. It's flowing freely. It's a terrible shade of green, but that's normal. last set of these, and I think I'm actually going to go back and very quickly do one more set of curls at 30, just to kind of shake the dust off a little bit. Understanding that 35 is a place I shouldn't have gone to begin with. 3, 3. All right, good. What did I say about doing another set of curls? I'm gonna go back and do them? No, I'm not. I'm done. Maybe you know what? Actually, I'm not done. I promised I'd do them. I'll do them. Fuck. I always pay my bills, I guess. All right, come here. I'm sorry if I feel a little bit discombobulated this week. It's just been between changing how I work out and a sleep schedule and sort of different responsibilities at work. I'm kind of falling apart at the seams right now. Also, my balls really hurt. Maybe I've got testicular cancer. That would be terrible. I should get that checked out. The problem is they hurt some days and they don't hurt other days, so I'm not really sure. You'd think if it was cancer or something serious, they'd always hurt. It's not like cancer has a Monday to Friday schedule. Okay, so having done those two, the next stop on our little merry-go-round should be reverse curls, but I think I'm going to lay down and do our tricep kickbacks first, because those are calling for a 30, and somehow I feel like the math might be wrong on that, so I'm going to try 30. If I got to knock it down, I will. Never know. Okay. Maybe we'll just change the view for that. Come here. Also listening to this banging synthwave mix right now, which is probably motivating me more than court proceedings or body cam footage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, well, not too bad. I'm gonna get some gas here in a second, unfortunately. I wonder if I should, would this be better? Yeah, this would be better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Very good. Oh, I'm definitely feeling that, and I think 30 is probably the right choice, so we'll continue with that. Oh. All right, round 2. Or should I do it like this? Yeah, I should do it like this. interesting. So 30 is the right choice. Definitely feeling that. My heart rate is up to 122, which tells me I'm doing something right. Although it might be less than ideal that only after half a workout and 20 minutes in I'm hitting 122 or 124 now. Oh well, if my heart explodes, at least we'll have some footage. How often do you get to watch an unintended heart attack victim die? One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh boy. Okay. Also, I want to say, yesterday I thought I might have injured myself, but no such luck or unluck. My shoulder is perfectly fine today. Wow. Wow. Come on up. Come here. Come here. All right. Any excuse to not lift another barbell for a few minutes. Meow. Oh. You want down? Or do you want up? Here, here's some water. Good for you. Okay. What was that about not wasting time? Yeah, I heard myself and then I ignored myself. Let's do it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can't believe it's only Tuesday. 6, 7, 8. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, very good. Okay, so I believe that marks 4 sets at 30. And I'm going to drop down to 25 for the last set, just to kind of finish things off. I wonder if that's what I should be doing for everything. I guess I probably should. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh God. 8. My gloves keep on setting off the I've fallen and I can't get up alarm on my watch. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, cool. Well, that seems to work. What's next? Alright, so you're done, you're done, you're done. Let's do reverse curls next, then a front raise, lateral raise, and skull crushers in that order. Okay, BRB. Alright, so as promised, we're going to do reverse curls. We're going to do them at 30. Sorry, just had to rub one out really quick. And we'll see if 30 works. If it does, we'll continue with it for at least 3 sets, if not 3.5 or 4, before moving to 20 or 25 to kind of seal the deal. 1. Oh, gotta hit start again. My bad. Now I'm listening to some vaporwave. Might slow down a little bit. All right. 1. 2. 3. 4. 4. Wow, ice flows. It's really breaking up. 5. 5. So if you're not familiar, left to right, my entire window is basically river and road. So I'm watching the river just start to flow again, which is sort of symbolic of where we're at. The grass is getting greener. Everything's really quite nice right now. And I think it's going to be good for a little while. All right. So 30 definitely seems to be the right trick, or the right capacity. So we'll just keep that going. One. 2. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 7. One more. 8. Why is my vaporwave not playing? 8. Oof. Perfectly calibrated. Okay. What are we doing here? What's the fucking problem? You don't know how to play the next song? Anyway. Okay, 3rd set. What the heck? Hold on. I think I just spied an exotic. Nope, just a collision damage super. Wow, not a touch. Okay. ADHD brain, let's do it. Guy did just run a red light though, so there's that. 2. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Okay. Well, I think the switch to music from listening to podcasty type stuff has sort of probably helped me keep pace. So I think that's going to be a permanent change, which means I'm going to need to use more music, which is awkward because I don't listen to a lot of music these days. I have a huge collection. I used to DJ. I used to spend hours and hours and hours curating sets and doing all of that stuff. And I stopped at some point, and I'll go for weeks without listening to music sometimes. Try it sometime. If you don't go mad, maybe you'll enjoy the silence. I haven't even turned on the radio in 2 of my 3 cars. I just never turn it on. I'll listen to nothing. Maybe that's got to change. Okay. Scratch. So I think this is the 4th set, if I'm not mistaken. I'm also fighting against the light here. The sun's starting to go down. And I want to try and not work out in the dark. Because this apartment, as you can see, has no overhead lights, really. Because everything's concrete. Fuck, come on. All right, very good. So I think, yeah, for the last set as a reward, I'm just going to drop down to 25 and try and push for 12. And then we'll move on to the next exercise. Battery's not doing too bad, 20% on the camera. About 20% on me. I'm going to feel this tomorrow. Oddly enough, I didn't feel my chest today from yesterday, so I don't know what the deal was there. Am I just really bad at working out? I don't know. Did having too much weight on prevent me from actually getting a full extension and a full workout of the muscles? There's a life lesson. Alright, coming up on termination of this one, I think. Oh, just one more. It's not complete unless I'm moaning a little bit and drooling. Okay. Very good. All right, allegedly. So I need to do lateral raise, front raise, and skull crusher. And I think the next step is going to be the front raise, which is alleged to be 25. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'll take a few minutes to think about it. All right, front raises. Let's back up a little bit so you can actually see the action. I think 25 is going to be okay, but I'm willing to admit I'm wrong. I've been wrong so many times in the last few days. We'll give this a go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. Undescribable feelings are happening. 8 and 8. Okay. That'll be good enough for now. Give it 30 seconds and I'll come back and do a second set. Of 25s. How bad. And I'm sorry if I'm coming across as dramatic, but at the periphery, I'm not quite sure how to control or express emotion. So what you're getting is a very raw expression of things that I'm feeling. I'm the penultimate example of you're pretty ugly when you cry. All right. And I know 6 months to a year from now, someone's going to show up with comments being like, "You're that cringy about doing that low amount of weight?" And I'll be like, yes I am. Because everything is relative. You ever tried putting a sofa on the roof of a Fiat 500? And much the same way with throwing a bunch of weight on myself after a long absence. All right, 1. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7. Okay, one more. 8, 8. Okay, very good. And heart rate is 122. All right, I've done you, I've done you, I've done you. So I owe myself a skull crusher and side raises. Okay. Let's not make our apartment dwelling neighbors downstairs mad. Okay. I know I want to move on to the next one, but I think I owe myself another set with the 25s, so I'm going to do that. And just, actually no, I'm going to do 20s. Kind of bounce the rubble a little bit. Alright. Yeah, I can hear you. He's winded after only doing 25 pounds on front raises. Was he not breastfed as a child? And the answer is I'm not sure. 1, 2, 2. As an aside, both my parents have been dead for quite some time, which is more shocking when you say it when you're 20 than when you're 40. But suffice it to say, I don't think either of my parents know. My dad died when I was 15 or 16, and my mom when I was 23. Yeah. One died of a long-standing medical complication, and my mom was stabbed to death so terribly that it basically was a complete reconstruction of her apartment. There was blood on top of the kitchen counters and the light fixtures, so on and so forth. Real mess. So anyway, someone did her. I think they got out in 2016. Canada's justice system is a joke. Okay. Front raises. Going for a 20 on these guys, or side raises, we're going for a 20. I'm going to take a little break, have some water, and then I'll be right back. All right, let's have some fun. So side raises, I'm going to do them one at a time, just like I did the fronts. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6. Perfect. 7, 7, 8, 8. Okay. On the plus side, the X100V that I purchased over the weekend and outfitted on a previous video is really quite nice. It's doing the job. I'll say this, it's slower by half than my XT50. It's less decisive when it comes to autofocus and metering, but I'm willing to put up with that for form factor. And I know they fixed a lot of this in the 6th revision of the X100, but the reality is that I'm not paying twice this for the cherry on top that is the perfected X105 that I can find in the X106. Because right now scalpers are selling those for $3,000 plus. This thing was $1,800. And that's still quite a bit for a point and shoot, but oh, it's just so lovely. All right, look at it. It's the perfect size, it's the perfect color. It's the perfect weighting front to back. It just feels really good. Listen to that shutter. You can't hear it, can you? Leaf shutter. It's quiet. Unlike the ka-chunk on the XT50, or even on the FX3. All right, I'm just talking to get out of another set. Let's go back to it here. And one of the things about cameras, as with anything, is if it's too much trouble to carry, even if, okay, let's say you get like the perfect camera. It like takes the best photos ever, has the best autofocus, has the best literally everything. If it's too big to fit in a jacket pocket, or comfortably in a glove box, or on a strap around your neck, the probability of you actually taking it out and using it drops precipitously, especially as you add factors like cost, etc. And I mean, I have trouble even just carrying my XT50 casually, and that's where the X100V kind of comes in. It's what I would classify as an absolutely pocketable camera. I mean, okay, I don't think it's going to fit in the front pocket of my pants. Oh, well, I guess it can. I mean, in a pinch. I just undid myself there. But it shouldn't fit, but it does. Not without stressing things out. I don't think I want to do that again. Hopefully I didn't damage it. But I guess the point stands. It fits better than this, which is by no means ever going to fit in my pocket. Okay, one more set of these guys. Feeling less whipped than I was when I was doing the fronts, and certainly the reverse curls, so maybe I've hit a plateau and I'm starting to hit a second peak or something. I don't know. Not sure what the terminology is, but where you get your second wind, that. Oh, the sky is so beautiful tonight. Okay. I'm going to give it 30 seconds to a minute, then I'm going to do the last final set of those, and then we'll go into the skull crushers. I was going to get some water. Also, I'm just talking randomly now, but I hit 11 years at my job, which is wild, considering I started working in, well, when did I start? I think it was 2006 or 2007. Nah, 2005. So 2005 to 2014, I spent time kind of bouncing around doing a bunch of different jobs, some of which could have been good careers, but all of which ended in difficult situations. Whether it be economic stress or incompatibilities or a different me being at the helm than the me that is today. And then the second half of my working life so far has been with this one company. For better or worse, they pay me relatively well. I mean, I could do a heck of a lot worse. Even though I could do better, I could do worse. And thankful for that. All right, I got 7% left. So I think what I'm going to do is shut down, throw this battery on the charger and grab the next one. And then we will do our skull crushers. That will conclude this evening's activities. All right, losing light. So the last ones I'm going to be doing are skull crushers and wearing my gloves. I want to get this over with. Oh my God. So I think efficiency was indeed buoyed by the fact that I had sort of some better music going, and I'm going to continue with that. Also, gotta say it, I definitely was wrong about some of the, and I'm sure you're tired of hearing this, I was definitely wrong about some of the weights that I had calculated. So we'll figure that out next time around. So skull crushers, I'm going to do 20s. I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing, but I'm going to give myself a little bit of a treat. Especially after yesterday. One. Two. So the weather outside feels almost like fall again. There's this crispness in the air which usually precedes some sort of snow or frost event. And that's just what it feels like, I guess. It's quite wild to me. Also, I'm not sure what I'm counting this late in the game. Stay. Don't break a rib. I just gotta scratch my nose. That's all. Okay. Third set. I'm just going to failure on these, or going to where I think I can't possibly do another one. Because I already did such a good job on these with the kickbacks, I'm not too concerned about completing the circuit totally. In fact, I think that's going to be it. I think I'm good for the evening. Didn't have the best sleep, so that'll be that. Definitely rating my effort hard. Okay. And looks like, wow, okay, so heart rate was pretty good. I got to 135 for some of this, by the looks of it. Okay, quit bothering me. No, that was just the beginning. Other than that, it's sort of hovered around 120, so it's pretty good.